Like, Ancient Aliens tells us that there's an 8,000-year-old cave that was discovered in the Grand Canyon. But guess what it had? Relics like in the mummy, right? Relics from Egypt. Even a Buddha type figure from China, right? But this was in America, right? And it was found, I don't know, by an explorer. They tried to wipe him off the map like he didn't even exist, right? And they got all the stuff out, sent it to the Smithsonian, right? And now it's disappeared, right? Shoot. Yeah, yeah. So that means our government has been lying to us. And even some of the things in the Mormon Bible sound truer than we know, right? For instance, they talk about a civilization from the Egypt area coming over here, including some Jews, right? To that particular area, right? Right. The angel Moradi, right? Okay, is the one who told him all that. Okay. But it's also like, how did it know and why tell Joseph, right? And say he somehow guessed it, right? That's the only other way you can come up with something that close is you guessed it, right? But even in South America, they talk of Cartier being white and coming from overseas, right? And that he said in the next couple of thousand years, the same thing will happen to them when Spain gets here, right? He warned them about it, right? Mm-hmm. Right. But y'all don't want to deal with the truth, right? They're finding that there's a whole structure in the Pacific Ocean itself that would have to be formed through some form of levitation to get the stone there, right? Well, did Jesus talk about casting the mountain into the sea and saying if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, be thou removed, and cast yourself into the sea, and it should obey you, right? Well, again, something has formed this whole island region. It's called Nan Madol, and it's man-made stuff, right? But the problem is they don't know how it got there, right? Because it's a bunch of stones, right? That would take years if all they had to travel by back then were canoes, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the whole point. If the scientists are right and the Earth is 4 billion years old, right? Yet our civilization also talks of a time when we had nuclear warheads before this time, right? Well, what is our great temptation? Blow each other to hell within our sphere. I know. You know what I mean? Right. And we seem to hate each other for being exactly alike. I know. Each other. See, one of the biggest problems I seem to have is finding a girlfriend, for example. And I have no type, but I'm attracted to most attractive women, right? Like lesbian, right? But of course, I know I gotta wait, right, for a single woman, right? And not to go after someone in a relationship either. We're all taught that too, right? But these are things you can see from the sky, right? As if drawn for something that's in the sky, right? Well, sometimes the angels are called watchers, right? I know. And they're in the sky, right? They travel on these vehicles, right, that are a circle within a circle. And guess how they came up with the satellite? It's a circle within a circle, right? The Nazca lines, the Actima lines, right? That looks like some kind of runway, right? So the problem is we're destroyed according to the Old Testament for lack of knowledge. Gnosis, Gnostic, knowing God. Now, sure, you need to know your enemy as well, right? What is his problem, right? Yeah. If it's us, we gotta realize, right? He hates how we're even made, right? And what we can do with each other, including sex, probably, right? Well, that's the point. Our designer knows that created us to procreate, right? But some people don't get it, right? Yeah. Of course, there's other reasons, like you might say go gay or right things like that, right? But it's not that man isn't going to be man for sexual sins anyway, right? Yet we have to understand consent and sex should go hand in hand too, right? Where the person says yes or no to it, right? That's the problem too, right? Yeah. So you got to understand we're lying, but we need to see the truth, right?